Hello and welcome to coverage of the 2026 Oregon State American Legion Baseball Championships here at Harry and David Field. The Rogue Credit Union Medford Mustangs are your hosts for the 8-team field. Coverage is being provided to you today by Table Rock Sports. I am Joseph Brett, and I will be your host for the game today between your Corvallis Marketmen and your Rogue Credit Union Medford Mustangs. Our Rogue Credit Union pregame show is here where we will cover the tournament results to date and preview our upcoming games for tomorrow. Joe Brett is your executive producer for Table Rock Sports and this evening's event. We're getting ready to get underway here at Harry and David Field with Corvallis taking on Medford in game 2 for these two teams here in the winners bracket. Corvallis getting here by way of beating the Roseburg Dock Stewarts yesterday 11-1 at 1 p.m. The Medford Mustangs took down the Hillsboro Wet Sox in a hitter's game. 26 base hits in that game. Medford, though, coming out victorious 11-1, taking it by way of a 10-run rule in the 6th inning over the Wet Sox. The Wet Sox with 10 hits in the ball game, but only 1 run accounted for. No extra base hits on the evening for the Wet Sox last night. Dom Daffrin doing a terrific job on the mound for the Mustangs yesterday evening. They were able to get him out of there under 80 pitches and save him just in case he needs to be used again without having to take any rest going forward in this tournament. Looking at games from earlier today, Hillsdale played at 4 p.m. against Tigard. Tigard with a 16-6 victory over Hillsdale. They will advance now to play tomorrow, July 27th at 7 p.m., and they will take on the victor of this game here between Corvallis and Medford. In the losers bracket at 10 a.m. today, we had Eugene taking on Salem. It was Eugene winning 14-0. They advance to play tomorrow at 12 p.m. Roseburg took on the Wet Sox, who lost to Medford yesterday, and Roseburg wins 3-2 over the Wet Sox, and they'll face Hillsdale, the loser, against Tigard earlier this afternoon, just prior to this matchup here as we get set and we get underway between Corvallis and the Mustangs. We take a look at the Mustangs defensively, working left to right in the outfield. We'll start there. It is Snopel out in left. Pedersen is in center. Patterson is in right. Now working third to first base. McFall is at third. Austin is at short. Painter at second. Petero is at first. Your pitcher this afternoon this evening for your Medford Mustangs is Freeman Roundtree. And behind the plate for Medford, it will be Easton Douglas. As we got runners on first and second here early for Corvallis. With nobody out. Bunt shown, pulled back, taking a ball there for Corvallis is Andrew Street. Street now looking at a 1-0 count. Roundtree with the pitch, a bunt. Takes, it's a called strike. Backdoor throw by Easton Douglas down to second base. Won't be in time. Weiss is able to get back safely. For the Marketmen, it was Ben Weiss leading things off. Caleb Babcock couldn't quite make out the roster here. Was hitting second. The bunt is laid down. It's a good one. And Street is going to beat it out and make it down to first base in time. And the Market Men have the bases loaded here in the top half of the first inning with nobody out. And that'll bring Coach Wolf out for a mound visit. And he's going to talk to his entire infield. Kind of just settle him down and game plan here with the bases loaded. So Weiss led things off. Babcock was hitting in the 2-hole. Street, who just laid down the bunt, was hitting 3. A.J. Altishin hitting in the cleanup spot, followed by Jaden Fifehouse. Kason Jacobs will be hitting 6th. Maddox Waldrop hitting 7th. Josh Riddle hitting 8th. Blake Linton hitting in the 9th spot. Your cleanup hitter coming to the plate, A.J. Altishin, has a chance to put the Market Men on the board early here against Medford. As we mentioned, the winner of this ball game will move on to face Tiger tomorrow at 7 p.m. here at Harry and David Field. Roundtree, first pitch ball. The next one offered up is fouled off by Altishin. And the ball inside makes it a 2-1 count. Freeman Roundtree, in 9 appearances and 8 starts, has 42 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 50 hits, 40 runs, 27 of those are earned, 18 walks to 43 strikeouts, so a pretty decent strikeout to walk ratio for Roundtree. He's got 4 wins, 1 loss, and has himself a 4.49 ERA. A swing and a miss there. Foul ball is the call. Makes it a full count, 3-2. Now Roundtree looking for a strikeout, trying to get the first out of the inning. Here's the 3-2, and he hits Altishin. They're going to say it went off the bat, and it's going to be a foul ball, and the count will remain 3-2. So a break there going the Mustangs' way. Keeps the bases loaded. Altishin drives one out. Into right center, it's down, taken by Peterson. It's fobbled. Now a throw to into the infield is cut off by your shortstop, Morgan Austin. It's a single with an error. Altishin advancing to second on the air. Scores 2 runs. And the Market Men out to an early lead. The wind blowing left to right from the scoreboard out in left field across to the foul pole in right field. Occasionally shifting back in towards home plate here. A beautiful evening in the Rogue Valley. Just a few clouds off in the distance. Otherwise just beautiful blue clear skies. It's a beautiful evening for American Legion baseball here in Southern Oregon. Harry and David Field will be the host site for the regional tournament. That will be coming up in 2 weeks. The Mustangs hosting regionals here this year. Altishin at second. Street is at third. Fifehouse is your batter, and he's worked himself a 2-1 count. Corvallis, coached by head coach Larry Bumpus, assisted by Azelle Bumpus, Mitchell Richwine, Ron Regalado, and Tate Muller is your bat boy. Larry Bumpus is in his 4th year as the head coach of the Corvallis Marketmen. He's been with the organization now for a total of 8 years.
The right fielder, number 16, Kason Jacobs.
Now your batter for the Marketmen will be number 16, Kason Jacobs. Takes a first pitch strike. Roundtree having a little bit of control issues here early in the ball game. He's now at 20 pitches in the first inning, as that one's in there for a strike to even the count up 2-2. Roundtree comes set, delivers the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to miss just off the outside part of the plate, and the count now works full for Kason Jacobs. And the 3-2 pitch catches the outside part of the plate. Roundtree with the strikeout. Jacobs goes down with the backwards K. And there's now 2 away. It'll bring to the plate number 6, Maddox Waldrop. First pitch strike from Roundtree. On deck will be the 8-hitter Josh Riddle. And Roundtree quickly ahead 0-2. Looking to get out of this inning without any more damage. There's a bouncing ground ball back up the middle. It's taken by Austin. The throw over to Petero is in time, and that'll do it for the top half of the first inning. The Marketmen score 3 on 4 hits and 1 Mustangs there. They leave 1 runner stranded. As we head to the bottom half, the Mustangs coming to the plate. It'll be Patterson, and McFall, 1, 2, 3. After we come back from a quick break and a word from Lithia Superstore.
C123 right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese, all on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at abbys.com.
Prices at the pump are up. But at Lippert's, prices are at record lows, and we're giving you something extra this summer. Waterproof click flooring, just $1.99 a square foot. Designer tile, $2.99. Carpet, an amazing 99 cents. And you get a free gas card with flooring purchase. That's right, a free gas card with your flooring purchase. Time to pump up the savings on your next project at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
We welcome you back to the American Legion State Championships here at Harry and David Field, where the Medford Mustangs are taking on the Corvallis Marketmen. It's game 2 for both of these teams. Winner advancing to take on Tiger tomorrow at 7 p.m. For the Mustangs, it's going to be Cade Peterson leading things off followed by Brady Patterson in the 2-hole. Hitting third, Sean McFall. The cleanup hitter, Blake Patro. Behind him will be Easton Douglas, then Morgan Austin, Mason Snopel, Grady Sickler, and then Keegan Painter, rounding out the batting order for the Mustangs. Patterson swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off. It's going to make its way out into the parking lot. Patterson, in 34 games and 102 at-bats, has 36 hits, 7 doubles, 1 triple, scored 24 times, 6 home runs. He's the team leader in that category and has a .353 batting average as he strikes out for the 30th time this year. That's a category you don't necessarily want to lead, but somebody has to. He leads that category now with strikeout number 30. A quick first out for the Market Men, and that brings to the plate Brady Patterson. Patterson swinging at the first pitch, drives one down the left field line. It's going to go foul. Patterson, in 100 at-bats, has 32 hits. Doesn't lead any offensive statistical categories and has a .320 batting average. Patterson works a 1-1 count. And that one down in the dirt makes it 2-1. Working left to right. Linton in left field for the Market Men. Babcock is in center. Jacobs in right. Fifehouse is your third baseman. Weiss is playing short. Street is over at second. Riddle over on at first as a ground ball by Patterson is scooped up by Street. A throw over to Riddle in time. And 2 up, 2 down now for your Mustangs. Your pitcher is Quinn Sissel out of Crescent Valley High School. 6'4", 195 pounds. And catching behind the plate is Maddox Waldrop. Sean McFall, now your batter, swinging at the first pitch, fouls his first offering off into the parking lot. And he'll take there to make it a 1-1 count. Sissel comes set. Here's the 1-1. Low for a ball. And McFall with a bouncing ball here going foul. The count now even 2-2. McFall leads 4 offensive statistical categories, 120 at-bats, 51 hits, 16 doubles, and 7 triples. Here's a hard shot out into center field. Going back there is Babcock, and he's going to make the grab. 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the top of the second. It is your Corvallis Market Men 3, your Medford Mustangs 0. You're listening to Legion Baseball State Championship play here on Table Rock Sports. Josh Riddle will be your leadoff batter. 8, 9, and 1. Back to the top of the order for the Market Men. Coming up here in the top of the second The Medford Mustangs are coached by John King. John King has been the head coach of the Medford Mustangs now for 3 seasons. Took over the role here in 2024. He's got plenty of baseball experience here in the Rogue Valley with over 16 years of time between North Medford and South Medford programs.
The first baseman, number 20, Josh Riddle.
The Mustangs are assisted by Brett Wolf, your pitching coach, Johnny King, your infield coach, Aiden Horsley, your outfield coach, Austin Zavala is your catching coach, Derek Horsley is your general manager, and Kevin Schaefer is your assistant coach. 8, 9, and then back to the top of the order for the Market Men here in the second. Riddle with a 1-1 count, make it 2-1 now after that ball. Roundtree, after a kind of long first inning, would like to have a quick 1-2-3 here in the second, keep that pitch count down. He gets a ground ball. Pitcher's best friend, throw to first from Austin to Petro is in time. And the leadoff batter is put out for the first out of the inning. And your 9-hitter, Blake Linton, comes to the plate. Blake Linton out of West Albany High School takes first pitch strike there from Freeman Roundtree. And back-to-back strikes. And Roundtree quickly ahead. Linton taking high and outside. The 1-2 pitch. And that's going to hit Linton and put him aboard. And now back to the top of the order for the Market Men and Ben Weiss. Your shortstop for Corvallis, Ben Weiss. A junior out of Corvallis High School. Checking on Linton down there at first base. He appears to be okay. He'll stay in there as a base runner and remain in the ball game. Weiss looking down at his third base coach, getting the play call here. Roundtree now set. And the pitch going to come in just high for ball 1. Sizable lead for Linton over there at first base. Not too big, but a decent one at that. And a ball by Weiss is lifted out into right center. Patterson gets to it. Here's a throw to third. It won't be in time. And sliding in is Weiss for an RBI triple. Now 2 for 2 in the ball game. Your center fielder, number 23, Caleb Babcock, comes to the plate. A bouncing ball to the second baseman, Keegan Painter. Throw to first will get Babcock, but not before he earns himself an RBI. As Weiss crosses the plate and makes it now a 5-0 Corvallis lead. your 3-hitter, Andrew Street, now at the plate. Street is a sophomore going into his, he is a senior coming out of Corvallis High School. Where he played baseball this season with a few of my cousins, Blaze and Owen, who are not on this Legion baseball team, as the Mustangs pick up their third out, but not before the Marketmen are able to put 2 more on the board. They now have 5 hits on 1 Mustangs error, and they have a 5-0 lead as we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning. It's Marketmen 5, Mustangs 0. You see that here on your scoreboard. You're listening to the 2026 Oregon Legion State Tournament, provided to you by Table Rock Sports. Back after this quick break and a word from Rogue Credit Union.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass
Back here on Table Rock Sports, coverage of your 2026 Oregon Legion State Tournament for your Medford Mustangs. It's going to be 4-5-6 coming to the plate after a quick 1-2-3 first. Blake Petro leading things off. He'll be followed by Easton Douglas and Morgan Austin. Petro leads the team in RBIs. Bouncing ball to the shortstop, Weiss. Throws on over to Riddle in time for a quick first out. Petro hitting .429 on the season. Easton Douglas, your catcher now, coming to the plate. Leads the team in games played with 37. Also leads the team in walks, or good eye, as you would expect from somebody who is behind the plate all the time. 29 walks with an on-base percentage of just under 500 at .484. Takes ball high there, and that makes it a 2-1 count. Douglas coming out of South Medford High School, drives this one out into right center. Going over is Jacobs. He'll make the grab. 5 up and 5 down now for your pitcher, Quinn Cecil. Cecil coming out of Crescent Valley High School, a senior, graduating class of 2026. Now brings to the plate Morgan Austin. Morgan Austin out of Crater High School. Looking to be the first base runner of the evening here for the Mustangs. Takes a strike to make it A 2-1 count. Austin pops one up into shallow right center. Right fielder Jacobs underneath it makes the grab for the third out of the inning. Cecil working, wheeling and dealing on the mound for the Market Men. 6 up, 6 down. He's yet to give up a hit. He's perfect through 2. We'll head to the top half of the third inning. It will be A.J. Altishin, your cleanup hitter. 4-5-6 coming to the plate for Corvallis. Well, fans, it is our sponsors who make it possible to bring you our sports coverage here on Table Rock Sports. We'd like to thank General Manager Justin Lombardi and our title sponsor again here in 2026, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62. It is your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. And folks, before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite treat. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, well, there's been no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. Freeman Roundtree still working out there on the mound here in the third for the Mustangs. He's given up 4 earned runs on 5 hits, 1 Mustangs error. Freeman Roundtree, 6'2", 175 pounds. Out of Ashland High School, now at Lassen Community College. One of 2 2025 graduates here on the Mustangs roster. Dominic Daffrin, who pitched a beautiful game for the Mustangs last night. He's a 2025 grad as well out of North Medford High School, now at Lynn Benton Community College. A swing and a miss from Altishin, and the count now even 2-2. A 2-2 pitch. A ground ball to Austin. He'll check it on over to Patro at first. And 1 away.
Third baseman, number 13, Jaden Whitehouse.
Freeman Roundtree, 3 walks per 7 innings pitched. He averages 7.1 strikeouts per ball game. And has given up 8.3 hits for every 7 innings pitched. We'll have a Medford Mustangs call to the bullpen as Jake Lewis comes to the mound for Medford. And your call to the bullpen this evening will be brought to you by Sports Ground and Dutch Bros. As Lewis gets warmed up, we'll step away, take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Right after this on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Back here on Table Rock Sports, coverage of the 2026 Oregon Legion State Tournament. Jake Lewis coming to the mound in replacement of Freeman Roundtree. Lewis in 10 games pitched. He's got 4 starts, 34 innings pitched. He's given up 43 hits, 24 runs, 18 of those earned, 12 walks to 48 strikeouts, 3 wins, 1 loss, and sports a 3.71 ERA. He only gives up 2 walks every 7 innings pitched, 9.8 strikeouts per ball game, leads the team statistically in that category. He's given up 8.9 hits per game on the bump. A high strikeout guy on the mound for the Mustangs. Has a 2-2 count. Swinging a ground ball to Austin. He'll scoop it up. And back-to-back plays from Austin to Patrell over at first. And we got 2 quick outs here in the third for the Market Men. And it'll bring to the plate number 16, Kason Jacobs. Jacobs from Crescent Valley High School graduates next year. He is going into his senior year. And Lewis quickly ahead. No balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a miss. Down goes Jacobs, and that'll do it for the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. No hits here in the third for the Market Men. 3 up, 3 down. It'll be the Mustangs coming to the plate, trailing by 5. Looking to get a little rally going here and get back into this ball game. Quinn Sissel on the mound is perfect through 2 innings. Mustangs would like to just get their first base runner aboard, make something happen. Folks, today's game brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events. Also by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and in Medford. Mason Snopel will be your leadoff hitter for the Mustangs here in the 3rd inning. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 coming to the plate. Snopel takes first pitch high for a ball. Sissel finds the strike zone there to even things up 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, catching the outer third. Now Snopel is behind 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, breaking ball. Snopel sits on it pokes it out into right center field, and he's got a leadoff single here in the bottom of the third. Might just be the spark that the Mustangs need to get something going as the 8-hitter Grady Sickler comes to the plate. He is your DH this evening for the Mustangs. Snowball on over at first. Sickler with a 2.79 ERA, or excuse me, batting average. Has himself a 4.05 on base percentage. Takes on the outer part of the plate there for a strike. Decent lead for Snowpole. And Sickler takes ball. They're checking on Snowpole over there at first base. He's back in safely. Here's the 1-1. Again, driven out into right center. Ball's hanging up, gets down. And it's going to be a stand-up double for Grady Sickler. And that moves Snowpole to third. And with no outs here in the bottom half of the third inning, the Mustangs, with a little bit of a rally going, have 2 runners in scoring position. And a pretty good hitter in Keegan Painter coming to the plate. Painter on the season in 81 at-bats, has 31 hits, 3 doubles, no triples, 27 runs scored, 26 RBIs, 14 walks, 10 strikeouts, and a 383 batting average. He's just shy of 500 on base percentage at 474. Painter steps back into the box here. He comes set. Sissel delivers. Down in the dirt for a ball. Runners will stay put as the catcher Waldrop is able to keep that one in front. Painter with a lot of speed. The corners playing in on the edge of the grass. Middle infield still pushed back. Painter going to take high at the hands for ball 2. Waldrop going to come out and have a quick chat with his pitcher real quick. Just settle him down a little bit after giving up a couple of hits and starting this at bat to Painter 2-0. Coach going to come out and have a little quick chat as well. Well, fans, Road Credit Union is proud to sponsor the Medford Mustangs this summer, and also with the Medford School District each year to bring you the touchdown, 3-point field goal, and strikeout clubs, which raise money for North and South Medford athletics. A big Table Rock Sports thank you to Rogue Credit Union, and the Mustangs thank you as well for their sponsorship here in the 2026 season. As we get back to the action, the 2-0 down and away for ball 3. And Painter way ahead here. He's going to crowd the plate a little bit. Moves up on the edge of the white line there in the batter's box. He'll be taken all day. And on the inside part of the plate, they're going to call that a strike, and it brings the count to 3-1. Sissel delivers. Outside, ball 4, and the Mustangs have the bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom half of the third inning. They trail by 5.
Center fielder number 6, Cade Patterson.
As the leadoff hitter, Cade Pedersen, steps to the plate. Leads the team in home runs with 6. There'd be no better time than now for one with the bases loaded. The Mustangs just looking for something out into the outfield. Or about anything to at least get that first run in here, get on the board. Sissel delivers, and it's outside for ball 2. Pedersen is quickly ahead here in this at-bat, and the Mustangs in a good position here in the third. The 2-0 pitch, it's going to be high for a ball, and Pedersen with a 3-0 count. He'll probably be taken here all day long. And time will be called. We have some action down there in the Marketmen bullpen. Can't quite see who that is down there working in the pen. So Pedersen ahead 3-0. Bases loaded. Painter at first, Sickler at second, Snopel over at third. And here's a ball out into the outfield. It's going to get down. 1 run will score. They're going to hold Sickler over at third as the ball comes bouncing into the catcher, Waldrop. And it's an RBI single for Pedersen. The bases remain loaded. Snopel advancing home for the run. Sickler now at third. Painter at second. Pedersen on over at first. It will bring to the plate Brady Patterson. Patterson out of North Medford High School. In the bullpen working for the Marketmen, it's number 3, A.J. Altishin. As Patterson ahead here 2-0. And that one's going to be a called strike. Looked like it might have missed inside a little bit. Patterson might have thought so as well, the way he kind of turned around and took a breath there. He resets, though, and steps into the box with a 2-1 count. Bases loaded. Here's a ball driven out in the right field. It's foul. Gets over there into the berm. And the count now even 2-2. Sissel at 43 pitches. He's given up 3 hits here now in the third. The 2-2 hits high and away, and the count runs full. The payoff pitch. Driven into center field high. That should score 1. As Sickler takes off home. It's cut off by the pitcher. Throw to third is going to be in time to get Painter. So now 2 away here in the third. The Mustangs tack on another run, though, to make it a 5-2 ball game. And that'll be Pedersen on over at first with Sean McFall coming to the plate. It'd be a good time for one of those triples from McFall, but he swings at the first pitch and hits it at Street. And his throw to Riddle in time over at first. That'll do it for the third. We head to the top of the fourth. The Market Men coming to the plate. The Mustangs score 2 on 3 hits. They leave 1 runner stranded. You are listening to the 2026 American Legion State Championships on Table Rock Sports. Back after a word from the Know Your Role campaign and John L. Scott.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Back here on Table Rock Sports, coverage of your Oregon State tournament for Legion Baseball. Mustangs taking on the Corvallis Market Men. Come to you live here, top of the 4th inning. Market Men with a 5-2 lead as Maddox Waldrop, your catcher for Corvallis, comes to the plate. He's behind 1 and 2 now to Lewis. Lewis delivers. And he's going to just miss on the outer part of the plate. Waldrop's attempt there fouled off near the Mustangs dugout. Two count now. Lewis delivers. Check swing. He is able to hold it up. Here's a high fly ball into left field. Underneath it is Snopel, and he makes the grab for the first out of the inning.
First baseman, number 20, Josh Riddle.
The 8-hitter, Josh Riddle, comes to the plate now. One count now to Riddle. Lewis delivers and a foul ball into the backstop. Here's a 2-hopper to Austin. Throw to first in time. And a quick 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Brings to the plate your 9-hitter, the left fielder Blake Linton. And Linton swinging at the first offering from Lewis, fouls it off. The 0-1, a swing and a miss at the top of the zone. Lewis misses with that one high to make it 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Linton goes down, and a quick 3 up, 3 down for the Mustangs here in the top of the 4th inning. We head to the bottom half. It's Corvallis, Marketman 5, Road Credit Union, Medford Mustangs 2. You're listening on Table Rock Sports to your 2026 American Legion State Tournament. We'll be right back after a word from State Farm and Twin Creeks Retirement.
Combining your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can, as local as possible, like local fruits and vegetables. We have a menu like you would find in any nice restaurant. We don't make it until you order it, so everything will be coming out fresh. We do have wonderful desserts here as well. Every day you have 5 or 6 options as far as a fresh dessert go. People are bringing their friends and family and wanting to show off what we have here to offer.
Come take a tour of Twin Creeks and meet our award-winning.
Back on Table Rock Sports, your new pitcher for, or no, never mind, it's not. They left Sissel in. He's still working on the mound now. 47 pitches through 3 innings. He'll face your Mustangs first baseman and cleanup hitter, Blake Petro. He'll bounce one into the 5-6 hole. Throw to first will not be in time. Petro beating it out down the line. Has himself an infield single. And the leadoff batter is aboard for the Mustangs in the 4th. So back-to-back innings with the leadoff runner aboard now for Medford. And it'll bring to the plate your catcher, Easton Douglas. Equipment issue with Corvallis. Looks like they're working on maybe that one-way communication system that they're using now. Douglas, 0 for 1 in the ball game. Takes first pitch strike here. Douglas, the catcher for the Mustangs, coming out of South Medford High School. Had a terrific year for the Panthers at the plate. Drives this one foul. And out of play down the right field line. And Douglas will take. And a foul ball into the backstop. Into the netting here. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch is popped up into the infield. Shortstop Wise coming in. He'll make the play on the mound. Your shortstop for the Mustangs now, Morgan Austin, comes to the plate. Austin, a graduating senior this last year. Drives one out in the right field. That's going to get down. It'll be a first to third and a single for Austin. And with 1 out, the Mustangs with another runner in scoring position as Patro moves from first to third on the ball to right field from Mason Austin. So Snopel now will come to the plate with 1 away. Runners on the corners for Medford. And a chance to put another run on the board for the Mustangs. Time is called. Waldrop will come out in front of the plate. Sets up the play call for the infield with the first and third situation here. It's the 5th hit of the ball game for Medford. Breaking ball in there for a strike from Sissel. Here's the runner, Austin down to second. The tag is missed by Wise. And the stolen base for Austin, and Mustangs now with a base hit could possibly score 2. Ball in the dirt. Waldrop keeps it in front. Runs the count to 2 balls and a strike. Snowball with the foul ball out into the overflow parking here at Harry and David Field. 2-2 count now. The 2-2 pitch. And it's out into right field. That's going to score 1 for the Mustangs. It's an RBI single for Mason Snopel. He's now 2 for 2 in the ball game. And a mound visit coming for Corvallis. doesn't look like we're going to have a pitching change just yet, as the Mustangs knocking on the door here. They put up 2 in the third, 1 now here in the fourth. They've got runners on the corners. They're chasing the Corvallis Market men. Down 2 after the RBI single by Snowpole. That'll bring to the plate Grady Sickler. And again, first and third for the Mustangs. Sickler shows bunt, pulls back. He'll take ball 1. Snowpole not with a very big lead over there at first base. Just to the edge of the grass there. They'll throw back on over to first. Not in time. He's easily back to the bag. Sickler again shows bunt and pulls back to take another ball to make the count 2-0. Foul ball by Sickler. Snowpole was running on that one. I'll check on him again over at first. Back in safely. The 2-1. Bunt laid down. It's going to be foul. So the count now runs 2-2. Runners on the corners. That was pitch 65 for your starting pitcher, Quinn Sissel. And the 2-2 pitch. It's high for ball 3. That runs the count full. And the 3-2 payoff pitch is down and away for ball 4. And that's going to be it for Sissel. He's going to come out of the ball game. He'll be responsible for all 3 runners on base. He comes out, giving up 3 runs so far on 6 hits and no market men errors. We'll take a look at the box score officially for him. 3.1, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 runs, all 3 are earned, and 1 strikeout, 2 walks. And again, he is responsible for all 3 runners aboard. Now pitching for Corvallis will be the DH, A.J. Altishin. He'll take over for Sissel. And your call to the bullpen, brought to you by Food for Less and Sherm's Thunderbird. Back right after this on TableRockSports.net.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
Back to the action here on Table Rock Sports. Your 9-hitter. Turning things over for the Mustangs today is Keegan Painter. He's at the plate, takes first pitch in there for a strike. He comes to the plate facing the new pitcher, A.J. Altishin, with the bases loaded. And a ball into the outfield could very well tie this ball game up after the Mustangs trailed 5-0 after the second inning. Painter fouls off the 0-1 pitch. Out of play. Altishin delivers the 0-2, and he hits Painter in the backside. I swear that guy gets hit more than anybody else in baseball here in the Medford area. It seems like every game I watch, he gets a free trip down to first base. And that one cost the Market Men a run as the bases were loaded. On the 0-2 pitch, the hit by pitch scores a run, and it's now 5-4, and Cade Peterson at the plate. Peterson gonna look like he was gonna take the first pitch high there in the zone, but home plate umpire calling that one a strike. Didn't sound like many people here at Harry and David Field agreed with that one either. And that one, not sure if the last one was a strike, that one missed, but it's a called ball, makes the count 1-1. And that one's a called strike on the outer third. And it's 1-2 now for Peterson. Peterson looking to tie the ball game up. And that one's going to just miss off the corner of the plate on the outer half. And the count now runs 2-2. The 2-2 away, and the count now full. The 3-2, high and deep into right field. Going back at the warning track is Jacobs. He makes the grab. Peterson was about 3 feet from sending that one out of the ballpark. But it scores a run and ties the ball game up at 5 with the sac fly. And that'll bring Brady Patterson to the plate. Patterson out of North Medford High School, as we mentioned earlier. And this one taken by the first baseman, a good play. He wins the foot race down to first. That'll do it for the Mustangs. They'll leave a couple runners stranded, but not before they tack on another 3 runs here in the 4th inning. It's now a 5-5 ball game. We got a good one on our hands here at Harry and David Field this evening. It's Corvallis and Medford going at it here at the 2026 Oregon State Legion Baseball Tournament. You don't want to go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a moment after a word here from Abby's Pizza and Lippert's Carpet One. Shortstop Ben Weiss leading things off for the Market Men here in the top half of the 5th inning. And swinging at the first pitch, he grounds out to Sean McFall over at third base. And there's a one away here in the 5th. Lewis wheeling and dealing on the mound for the Mustangs after he came in for Freeman Roundtree. Roundtree came out of the ball game with 2 1/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 strikeout, and no walks. Here's the first pitch strike by Lewis to Babcock, who is your center fielder for Corvallis this evening. The 0-1. I missed down. Lewis delivers in there for a strike, and he's now ahead 1-2. Babcock 1 for 2 on the evening. He's got 1 hit and a run batted in, but he gets struck out here by Lewis for the second out here in the 5th. That's going to bring to the plate number 11, your second baseman, Andrew Street. He's 1 for 2 with a hit single here in the ball game. He'll take first pitch ball and fouls the next one off from Lewis into the backstop. Things even up at 1-1. Street back into the batter's box. Lewis delivers outside for a ball. Here's a hard hit ball to the shortstop, Boston. And a quick 1-2-3 here in the 5th for Corvallis. We head to the bottom half. Mustangs coming to the plate in a 5-5 ball game. They've battled back in the last couple of innings. 2 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th to even things up. They'll try to take the lead here in the 5th. You're listening to the 2026 American Legion State Tournament here on TableRockSports.net. Well, Table Rock Sports would like to thank Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less here in Southern Oregon in helping us highlight our teams and our student athletes. If you shop at Sherm's, they are going to save you money. Your local hometown stores, Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less here in Southern Oregon. And Table Rock Sports would like to welcome back Lippert's Carpet One of Medford and Grants Pass, and also State Farm Insurance Agent Roy World of Medford for partnering with Table Rock Sports again in 2026. They are 2 great additions to our sponsor roster. And in the Valley, for almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. They're locally owned and family run. Bill's Glass supports our schools and our communities. It's 5-5 here at Harry and David Field in the late game of the 2026 State Legion Tournament. The Mustangs taking on the Market Men. Winner will advance to take on Tigard tomorrow here at Harry and David Field at 7 p.m. Tigard getting to tomorrow's game by way of beating Hillsdale 16-6 before this at 4 p.m. Tomorrow, Eugene awaits the loser of this ball game at noon. Eugene beating Salem 14-0 earlier today at 10 a.m. Roseburg beat the Wet Sox 3-2, so they take on Hillsdale at 3:30 tomorrow. The leadoff batter, Mick Fall, gets hit by the pitch. He's on at first base. That is the 3rd straight inning now that the Mustangs have put the leadoff batter aboard. And it looks like we're going to have shortstop Ben Weiss coming to the mound. He'll replace A.J. Altishin. So Altishin comes out of the ball game. He goes 2/3 of an inning. He's not responsible for any runs. All runs scored were given to Cecil as he came in, as Altishin came in the 4th inning with the bases loaded, and all runners were on, and those runs were credited to Quinn Cecil. So Cecil's final numbers on the day are 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Altishin comes out, and your new pitcher is Ben Weiss. So over at third base, so now over at third base is Jaden Von Ruden at third. Street is at short. Fivehouse is at second. Riddle still over at first. Linton in left, Babcock in center, Jacobs in right. No changes to the outfield for the Market men as Petro comes to the plate. He'll take a ball. Runner goes. McFall takes off. Petro fouls it off. Out of play. Petro 1 for 2 in the ball game. Petro swinging and fouling another one off out of play. Makes it 1-2. Rice comes set. He delivers. McFall takes off. And the hit and run is on. McFall sliding into third safely. It's a first to third situation on the single from Petro. Now runners again on the corners for the Mustangs. And your catcher Easton Douglas will come to the plate. McFall took off from first base, which pulled the shortstop Street over to the bag as Petro put one in the 5-6 hole. Douglas shows bunt, pulls back, and will take outside for ball 1. Here's a bunt by Douglas, foul down the first baseline. One to Douglas. Weiss is going to step off, and it's going to be a balk. That will score McFall from third. Petro will head on down to second. And coach going to come out and have a chat with the home plate umpire here. So now it's a runner on second for the Mustangs. And they've got a 6-5 lead. So now Douglas still at the plate with a 1-1 count. Has a runner in scoring position at second. That's Petro. Weiss comes set. He delivers. And a called ball. Weiss clearly and visibly did not like that call by the home plate umpire. And Douglas will foul it off. 2-2 the count. A 2-2 pitch. Outside, and the count runs full. So Douglas, who leads the team in walks, sees another 3-2 count here. The payoff pitch missing, and a walk drawn by Douglas. He'll head on down to first, and we will have normally we get Ryan McFall. There he goes, Ryan McFall coming out of the dugout. He's going to come on and run for Easton Douglas, and Douglas will come back in after drawing the walk. He'll throw on the catcher's gear and get ready to go so he can catch Mr. Lewis, who's wheeling and dealing since he came in. Bunt shown by Austin. Pulls back. He'll take a ball high to start the at-bat. A really big lead by McFall over there at first with Patro on at second. That one goes up over the top of Austin. And he's quickly ahead, 2 balls, no strikes. First base is in. Austin shows bunt and pulls back. He'll take a strike call. Two-one. Weiss comes set. He delivers. Austin will foul it off. So now the count even 2-2 for Morgan Austin. There's shortstop. He drives one into the 3-4 hole. And the single for Austin. And the bases again are loaded for the Mustangs with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. "7-5" is your score. And a visit to the mound for the Market men. Folks, discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twin Creeks Retirement in Central Point. Enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at TwinCreeksRetirement.com. And for your personal or business insurance needs, check in with Hart Insurance. They have locations in Medford and Grants Pass. Bases loaded for the Mustangs. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. And looking out at the scoreboard out there, it says 7-5, and that's the score I told you guys. It is actually only 6-5. Patro is at third. McFall running for Douglas over at second. And Austin over at first. Swinging here is Snopel, and he's going to foul it off. The 0-2 pitch will miss outside for a ball. Runs the count 1-2. Mason Snowpole 2 for 2 in the ball game. No better time than now to make it 3 for 3 with the bases loaded. He has a chance here to extend the Mustangs' lead. And he'll foul off another one. And another foul ball by Snowpole. Mason Snowpole, a utility player, 5'9", 160. Graduation class of 2026 out of Crater High School. And he'll take inside. The count now even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck is Grady Sickler. He'll be followed by Keegan Painter and then back to the top of the order for the Mustangs. And Snowpole putting together a terrific at-bat here. As he runs the count full, and he's already fouled off 3. See if he can win the battle. The 3-2 pitch, driven to the second baseman. It gets through. That's going to score 1. Here's the throw into the infield. It scores McFall from second. It's an error-on Fife House. And it scores 2. And it's now an 8-5 ball game. Mustangs out in front. And Grady Sickler, your DH, steps into the batter's box, the right-handed batter for the Mustangs. 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 so far in the fifth, and the Mustangs are not done with runners on the corners and nobody out. Sickler drops down the bunt. It's a sacrifice, squeeze. They score the run. That makes it 9-5 Mustangs. After trailing by 5 at the end of the first 2 innings, they now have a 4-run lead here in the fifth, and they've only got 1 out and a runner in scoring position over at second base. That is Mason Snowpole. Keegan Painter, your 9-hitter. Looking to get a hit here, extend the lead, and turn the lineup over back to the top of the order. Takes the first pitch from Weiss outside, and he's ahead 1-0. Painter out of South Medford, along with Jacob Lewis, Jedi Robertson, Easton Douglas on this Mustangs team. Painter thought it might have grazed the top of the hand there, but he doesn't get the call. He'll take high for a ball. He's ahead 2-0. He was hit his last plate appearance. Swings at that one and fouls it off. Thought he had catcher's interference on that one as well. Doesn't get the call. Weiss comes set. Snowpole over at second. Weiss delivers the 2-1. driven into center field. It's a base hit for Keegan Painter. They'll hold Snopel up over at third, and it's now runners on the corners again for the Mustangs, one away. Back to the top of the order for Medford, Cade Pedersen comes to the plate. Pedersen with runners on the corners. Taking off is Painter. He's thrown out. Keegan Painter with 13 stolen bases on the season, only trails Snopel, who has 14. Patterson takes outside to bring the count 2-0. The 2-0 is inside, and it's now a 3-0 count for the leadoff hitter, Pedersen. Weiss delivers Peterson high in the air to center field. It'll be caught by Babcock out there. That'll do it for the bottom of the fifth. We head to the top of the sixth. The Mustangs add 4 more to the scoreboard. They now have a 9-5 lead. Marketman coming to the plate in the top of the sixth, but not before a word from Lithia Superstore and Sherm's Thunderbird.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Back to the action here on Table Rock Sports. Coverage of the Oregon American Legion State Tournament. Mustangs taking on Corvallis here at Harry and David Field under the lights here in Medford, Oregon. It is Jaden Von Ruden who came in earlier to take over the duties at third base at the plate. Von Ruden out of Lebanon High School. First year with the program. He graduates in 2030. The 2-2 pitch fouled off. Lewis came in for Roundtree in the second inning. He's gone 2 2/3. He's given up no hits, no runs, no earned runs, 3 strikeouts, no walks so far. This ball's popped up. Douglas making chase, and it's going to get foul over the top of the backstop. Here's the ball sent out into right field. It'll be caught for the first out of the inning by Patterson.
Second baseman, number 13, Jaden Fivehouse.
Fivehouse, the second baseman for Corvallis. Sees a 1-1 count now. Lewis delivers. And that one gonna miss. Gonna assume probably just down in the zone there. Brings it to 2-1. Just outside and a 3-1 count. Lewis yet to walk anybody here. Trying to avoid that now. But Fivehouse will draw that first walk of the ball game for Lewis. That puts a runner on now for the Market Men. The right fielder, Kason Jacobs, the 6-hitter for Corvallis. At the plate now with a runner on. He'll take just outside for ball 1. Jacobs from Crescent Valley High School. Graduates next year in 2027, second year with the team. 6'3", 210. Swings through that offering by Lewis. One count now. Lewis comes set. Delivers, popped up, and out of play. The 1-2 from Lewis, high. Evens the count up. And a pop fly out of play. Out into the parking lot behind us. Count remains 2-2. That pitch missing. Outside. Jacobs putting together a decent at bat here, fouling off a few. Has a full count now. Lewis checks on the runner, Fivehouse over at first. Here's the payoff pitch. It's a soft roller to the second baseman. Lewis gets over to first and able to cover and get the ball from Painter. And we got 2 outs here in the 6th. Waldrop, the catcher. At the plate, steps out. Calls time, comes back. Lewis checking on Fivehouse. Delivers. A 2-hopper to Keegan Painter. He'll throw to first, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom half of the sixth. The Mustangs lead by 4, 9-5 over Corvallis. You're listening to the 2026 Oregon American Legion State Tournament on TableRockSports.net. Back right after this, and a word from Rogue Credit Union and Bill's Glass.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Bottom of the sixth inning. Here's Brady Patterson swinging at the first pitch, drives it out into right field, out in the left center field. It'll be caught by the center fielder, Caleb Babcock, for the first out. And Sean McFall comes to the plate now. McFall 0 for 2 in the ball game. He'll take ball one down to lead off the at-bat. The 1-0 driven out in the right center. It's going to get down, and it'll be a one-out single. No, McFall, yep. He rounded first base hard, but he's held to a single as the market men get the ball in quickly. Now Blake Patro will come to the plate. One out and a runner on for the Mustangs. Runner goes. McFall in safely at second base. McFall will get a stolen base there. He now has 10 on the season. Breaking ball from Wise, in for a strike. Brings the count 1-2. Now 1-2, down and in. Evens the count now. A ball there. I believe it's 3-2. That one's down. Nope, that makes it a full count. McFall over at second base. Had a single and stolen bag to get him down to second into scoring position. Pop fly here. It's going to get over the top of the backstop and out of play for Patro. And Patro is going to draw the walk. So the first baseman for Medford will head on down to first. And we'll have first and second one away for your catcher, Easton Douglas. 0 for 2 in the ball game. And coach going to come out and have a talk with Weiss. While he does that, we'll take a short break. We'll hear from Sports Ground and be right back here on TableRockSports.net. We're going to have a pitching change. So Weiss is coming out of the ball game, and we'll have some defensive changes happening as well. So we'll have a call to the bullpen. And your call to the bullpen here in the bottom of the sixth will be brought to you by Sports Ground and Dutch Bros.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
back on Table Rock Sports with coverage of your Oregon American Legion State Tournament here at Harry and David Field in Medford, Oregon. The Mustangs here in the bottom of the sixth have runners on first and second. And Ben Weiss coming off the mound. He'll be replaced by the center fielder Caleb Babcock. It will be Sterling Holland going out to center to replace him. Weiss goes back to short. Street moves on over to back to second where he started the day. And no changes otherwise for Corvallis. Linton in left, Holland in center, Jacobs in right, Von Ruden is at third, Weiss at short, Street at second, Riddle at first. Waldrop stays behind the plate. Babcock on the mound. And an 0-1 count here for Douglas. He'll take strike two. Here's the 0-2. Douglas, swing and a miss, strike three. So now for Medford. Shortstop Morgan Austin with 2 outs. Trying to pad that lead for the Mustangs. Babcock looking back to second, delivers, high and away for ball one. Austin will take to even things up. One and two after the foul ball for Austin. Runner's going to go. Throw down to third. Will not be in time. A double steal for the Mustangs. And McFall will head to third. Patro will move it to second. McFall gets 2 steals here in the sixth. Stole second and the third. Austin 2 for 3 on the night. And he'll get struck out looking here in the sixth. So the Mustangs don't add any more. They leave 2 runners stranded. And we head to the top of the seventh. And Corvallis, trailing by 4, down to their final 3 outs. You're listening to coverage of the 2026 Oregon American Legion State Tournament. Well, folks, if you didn't know, there's a new sports voice here in Southern Oregon. That is the Ace Sports Radio. They're on AM 1300 and FM 107.9 and also streaming live at theacesportsradio.com. You're going to hear plenty of NFL, MLB, and NBA action on the Ace. Weekdays, it's the Rich Eisen Show. Tee it up Southern Oregon with Joe Brett, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then John Canzano's Bald-Faced Truth That is the Ace Sports Radio, the new sports voice here in Southern Oregon. And Medford, it is your sports ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn more about the mini tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find what's going on. Here's a chopper to the shortstop, Austin. Throw to first in time. And we got one out, and Corvallis is down to their final two. At the plate now, it will be Wyatt Jenkins with his first plate appearance. He'll be batting in place of Blake Linton. Lewis, the 0-2 is up high for a ball. Looks like he just kind of overthrew that one a little bit, missing outside. Evens the count up 2-2. Count runs full. The payoff pitch now for Lewis. And he'll walk Jenkins. So a runner on for Corvallis. Coach is going to come out. And that'll be it for Lewis. 60 pitches for him. He's going to come out of the ball game. A terrific job by Lewis. He'll go 4 complete. No hits, no runs. 3 strikeouts and 2 walks for Lewis. 61 total pitches on the evening. Coming in to replace Jacob Lewis, it's going to be Morgan Austin, the shortstop coming in. That's going to put Snopel over at third. McFall moves to short. So Snopel comes from left field into the infield. Or awaiting, oh, I see someone out there, not sure who it is. It'll be nope, they updated it here. DeVry went to right, Patterson is in left. Pedersen is in center. So DeVry comes in. Patterson moves over to the left. Pedersen is in center. And Mason DeVry in right. Snopel to third. McFall to short. Austin on the mound. Batting now for your market men, leadoff hitter and shortstop, Ben Weiss. 1-1 count now for Weiss. We're going to get a pinch runner over at first base for Wyatt Jenkins. It looks like it's going to be Jackson Von Ruden. And a swing and a miss for Weiss. It's a strikeout for Austin, and Corvallis down to its final out of the ball game. They opened things up with a 5-0 lead through 2 innings, but the Mustangs would not be shut out. They put up 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth. And they're looking to close it out here as Babcock comes to the plate. A left-handed hitter, 1 for 3 on the evening, takes ball 1 outside. Von Ruden over at first, running for Jenkins. Here's a hard hit ball out into left field. And going back is Patterson. It gets down. Here's a throw to second. And coach is going to come out, call time, and have a talk with the umpire here. Looked like the runner, Babcock, the hitter, looked like he was hosed over there at second base. The field ump, though, saying he got in there safely. Coach King will walk back to the dugout. Nothing changes here. Umpire's not going to come together and talk about it at all. And that'll bring to the plate Andrew Street. Street looking to keep the ball game alive for Corvallis. Fouls off the first pitch from Austin. Austin delivers. Popped up. Underneath it will be Patro. He drops the ball. That scores 2 for Corvallis. It's an error on the first baseman. Von Ruden and Babcock both score, and that makes it a 9-7 game. Coach Wolf will come out. He's going to talk to the infield. He's just going to settle him down here, though, I'm sure, with 2 outs. The second error of the ball game for the Mustangs. Well, Coach Wolf will make the walk back to the dugout for Medford. No changes defensively. Austin stays on the mound.
Third baseman, number 15, Jaden Van Ruden.
And now Jake Von Ruden will come to the plate. They're going to flip-flop DeVry and Patterson from right to left. Austin delivers. Ground ball taken by McFall. He flips it to Painter at second, and that'll do it. The Mustangs with a 9-7 victory over the Corvallis Market Men. They will advance to tomorrow's 7 p.m. game, where they're going to take on the Tigard Barbers, who took out the Hillsdale Merchants 16-6 earlier this afternoon. We'll step away. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to wrap things up. The post-game show brought to you by our title sponsor, the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62 and online at medforddodge.com. We're going to have a game recap for you and update the bracket as we get closer to crowning our 2026 Legion Baseball State Champion here at Harry and David Field. We'll have a word from the Know Your Role campaign and John L. Scott, and we'll be back to wrap things up right after this on TableRockSports.net.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes, parents, community members, anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Back here on Table Rock Sports, coverage of your 2026 Oregon American Legion State Baseball Tournament. The Medford Mustangs escape with a 9-7 victory over the Corvallis Market Men. The Market Men opened up the ball game with 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second. They held the Mustangs scoreless, 6 up, 6 down through the first 2 innings. But the Mustangs would not be shut out as Lewis would come in and throw 4 scoreless innings for the Mustangs, and the Mustangs put up 2 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 4 in the fifth. Corvallis able to put a couple more on the board in the seventh with 2, but a 9-7 victory for the Mustangs here this evening. They score 9 runs. Look here real quick. They score 9 runs on 11 hits. Corvallis with 7 runs on 6 hits. No errors, or 1 error for Corvallis. 2 on the evening for the Mustangs. Your player of the game this evening is Jacob Lewis. Lewis coming in and having a terrific performance on the mound. As we just mentioned, 4 scoreless for Lewis. No hits, 1 run. It was not earned. 3 strikeouts and 2 walks. He's credited with the win in the ball game. Your starting pitcher, Freeman Roundtree, went 2 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned, 1 strikeout, no walks. Austin comes in the 7th, throws 2/3, 1 hit, 1 run, not accredited to anything earned. 1 strikeout, no walks for Austin. For the Market men, it was Sissel that started the game. 3 1/3, 6 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. Weiss came in to replace him through 1 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, no strikeouts, 2 walks. Babcock with 2/3 of an inning. No hits, no runs, no earned runs, 2 strikeouts. And Altishin closing things out with 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 1 run on no hits. And the Mustangs with a 9-7 victory over Corvallis here this evening. They'll advance to play Tiger tomorrow at 7 p.m. And playing Eugene, who beat Salem 14-0 today, will be the Corvallis Market men. Fans, this has been our coverage of the 2026 Oregon Legion Baseball State Tournament here at Harry and David Field, brought to you this evening by Table Rock Sports. We'd like to thank the Medford Mustangs for hosting Table Rock Sports and allowing us to cover this baseball action here tonight. We'd like to thank our officials and both head coaches. I'd like to thank you for watching this evening's live stream. Stay tuned for more action ahead on Table Rock Sports. I am Joseph Brett. Please visit our website, tablerocksports.net, for game schedules ahead. We will have tomorrow's Mustangs game for sure at 7 p.m. on the docket here on Table Rock Sports. Not sure if we're covering the 3:30 game or not. Tomorrow, though, starting at noon, we'll have Corvallis taking on Eugene. At 3:30, Roseburg takes on Hillsborough takes on Hillsdale. And then the night game at 7 p.m. will be Mustangs taking on Tigard. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in and watching this evening's broadcast. Until tomorrow, we'll see you next time, Mustangs fans. Good night. And tune in for more Mustangs State Tournament action tomorrow evening, 7 p.m.